Dance Arts of Columbia provides fitness fun for everyone from 3 years old to adult. Dance Arts is a good environment where the friendly staff makes you feel comfortable. Dance Art feels that dance is an art form that you can experience firsthand by learning tap, jazz, modern, musical theater, lyrical, and ballet. Dance Arts urges you to enjoy a sense of accomplishment while getting fit and having fun. For class information, call 875-1569. Dance Arts of Columbia, serving Columbia since 1979.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Monday, December the 8th. I've got a very talented guy sitting here next to me, ROB CROUSE, my friend. Good to have you here, Rob.
Oh, it's great to be here, Paul.
Capital City Players, you're talking about, you were telling me, probably the funniest Christmas show on the face of the earth.
I would say amen. If you've never been to one of the Tuna shows to begin with, the whole Tuna premise is that two actors play all the men and women in the town of Tuna, Texas.
Yeah, and this is called
characters. And
24
this is Tuna.
characters.
Yeah, and it's Tuna Christmas.
Yeah.
So it's Christmas time in Tuna, Texas. And there's a mysterious phantom going around destroying and making fun of all the Christmas decorations.
Now, is this still set at the radio station?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Arliss and Thurston. Arliss and Thurston are there talking about the upcoming production, Charlie Dickens' production of A Christmas Carol at the Community Theater.
So this is two people, and they're playing 24 different characters.
Right. But
it really takes a lot of talent to do something like this.
It takes a lot of talent on stage, and it takes a lot of talent from the crew off stage, because these guys walk off stage and they stand there and people are stripping their clothes off and throwing new wigs and eyeglasses and padded bras and everything on them so they can immediately go back on, because sometimes, I mean, it's a matter of seconds before they're back
and sometimes
on.
Aren't they doing dialogue when they're off?
Oh, yeah,
when
while
they're off stage,
changing.
they're doing dialogue while they're still changing.
Sure, while they're being changed.
Yeah.
So
how long
it's a comic phenomenon.
It is. It really is. When you're doing a show like this, how long does it take the actors to get it down pat?
Well, I've been fortunate in that Brandon Bice and Ken Thompson, that play all these parts, have done all 4 Tuna shows that have been written. And this will actually be a reprise. We have done Tuna Christmas before.
And they both did it.
And they both did it. They've done it every time. And after the 4th one, they go, we're exhausted. We're no more tuna. And then last year they start going, we really missed the Tuna characters. Could we bring something back? So they're going to see Dee Dee Snavely, the used gun shop owner, and all the great characters of Tuna, Texas.
It is Tuna Christmas, and it opens next week, December the 13th, right?
Right. We have performances on the 13th, the 18th, and the 19th in the evening with dinner.
Okay.
Then there's a special performance on the 17th with no dinner.
Okay.
And then there's Sunday matinees, the 14th and the 21st.
Okay. So
with dinner.
Yeah. So the Sunday matinees, the doors open at noon, right?
On the matinees.
On the matinees, the doors open at noon. Dinner's or Sunday lunch is at 12:30.
Right.
And you really have a nice lunch. And then the show starts about an hour later.
Right. And it's Argyle Catering Company, awesome food.
Oh,
then
good
in
food.
the evening, 6 o'clock opening, 6:30 buffet, 7:30 performance.
Okay. So how do people get tickets?
They call 573-681-9012, or they can order them online at www.capitalcityplayers.com.
Okay, www.capitalcityplayers.com. It's Tuna Christmas, starts next week, December the 13th, 18th, 19th, and then an evening, those are all evening performances. Another evening performance on the 17th of December, and then 2 Sunday matinees, December 14th and 21st. And it's funny, funny, funny.
Hilarious.
All right, ROB CROUSE.
Hey,
thank you so much.
Happy
pleasure having you here. And we're past Thanksgiving. We're saying Merry Christmas now.
I meant Happy Holidays.
That's okay. Now, we're going to talk about Christmas time and giving. Major Richard Trimmell is with us from the Salvation Army.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you too, Major. This is a busy, busy time of the year for you.
It is. It's a wonderful time. Sometimes we kind of meet ourselves coming and going, and lots of things going on, but boy, it sure puts a warm spot in your heart.
It does. And when I say this is a busy time of the year, it really, every day of the year with the Salvation Army is a busy time. But the spotlight is on you right now because this is the season that you try to raise a great deal of money. A great deal of money that carries you through the year.
This is our largest fundraiser of the year. This is the time that we really need to raise the money to keep going.
What is the goal this year?
Our goal this year is $402,000.
$402,000. $402,000. What was it last year?
$390,000.
Okay, so you took it up.
Took it up a little bit.
$12,000.
And we did make our goal. We usually go through the end of January, so we slipped in there last year. I think we ended up with about $396,000 last year. So we upped it a little bit this year.
So $402,000. That money will be used all year long.
All year. Now,
when you count that money, this is what you're collecting in the red kettles from the bell ringers, and you have your.
That's my 30-year-old bell. I've been ringing that for 30 years.
Okay, so it's what you collect from the bell ringers. It's what people send in as an annual contribution or a biannual contribution.
Right. And we had someone stop by our thrift store last week, and they made a credit card donation, which you can make at our thrift stores.
Okay.
So you can do that.
Can you go online and make a credit card donation too?
Yes.
But how can you be assured that your credit card donation is going to the Columbia Salvation Army?
Well, they send us a notice as to the donations that we've received, and so they should be getting a thank you from us.
Okay, so when you go online, you click Columbia Salvation Army?
Well, you can go to our the regular, I was trying to think exactly how that works.
The website?
Yeah. You're actually going to the St. Louis office.
Okay.
And then they take the donation, and then they send it to the zip code from which it comes.
Okay, so you will get credit for it. And the important thing is, all of that money that comes in stays in this community.
It does, absolutely.
It helps so many people and many of those people, they're down on their luck not because they want to be. Nobody wants to be down on their luck.
Right.
Nobody wants to be down on their luck. And it's nice to know that there's an organization that is out there to help folks when help is needed.
Well, it's the same battle we've been fighting for 150 years.
Yeah.
And William Booth, his last speech, he made the comment, he said, as long as people weep, I'll fight. As long as children are on the street, I will fight. As long as people go to prison, in and out, I'll fight. I'll fight to the very end, and we do.
All right, Major Richard Trimmell, Salvation Army. When you see the bell ringers, put something in, or else drop them a check in the mail too. Our program directed by Travis McMillan, Reynolds Journalism Institute Audio, Pat Akers, KBIA. Our floor director is Lowell Thomas, and our assistant producer, guest coordinator, Uncle James Mauser.